Hey loves, it's Britt, and in this video I'm talking about moon opposite to Uranus in the composite chart. So in the chart of the relationship itself, either the midpoint composite chart or the Davison relationship chart, whichever one you prefer. So this aspect really brings a lot of emotional attraction, especially at the start. It can really feel like this relationship is the most exciting relationship of your life. And you really get the sense that you're attracted to someone who's from a very different background than you. So, this aspect can show up in those relationships where, a dominant element of it is that saying, opposites attract. Now, with the moon opposite to Uranus in the composite chart, it shows that emotionally we're very opposite. And also as far as your impulses as well. So, when you react spontaneously, impulsively, when you get excited about something, emotional about something, usually your partner is not on the same page. And, you actually could really bother each other by, when one of you's up, the other is down. Or, when one of you's excited about something, it triggers the other person. Or, you know, someone's in a bad mood, someone's in a good mood, or it just differing emotions at different times. Now, sometimes it's going to feel like the most exciting relationship of your life. It'll feel exhilarating. It'll feel like, yeah, we're different, but we're both benefiting so much from this relationship. We're both learning so much. A theme of Moon Uranus aspects in the composite chart is radical emotional changes and life changes and perception changes. So you will go into this relationship a different person than you will go out of this relationship. Your worldview will be expanded or changed. The things that you hold near and dear to you emotionally, the way that you were brought up, is all going to be challenged by this relationship. And you have the potential to come to some very different realizations or awarenesses about, yeah, your belief systems, the way you were brought up, your emotions, your emotional self. Like, there's a lot of learning in these areas. Now, often the learning is going to be difficult. And this aspect is very common in an off on relationship where when we're on, we're so close, we're so emotionally bonded, we're so on a Uranian exhilaration high, right? And it's like the most amazing relationship you've ever had. And then when we're low, it's like, what am I even doing with this person? We have nothing in common. Um, we don't get along. We don't agree on anything. We don't come from a similar background. It's like relating to an alien. You just like don't even understand how you got here and what you're going to do about it. So those are the two extremes. And with the opposition, you get both of those extremes because the opposition aspect is a very push pull. It's like we're either really great or we're really not. So it's, in a sense, probably less difficult than the square, which is just a constant aspect of tension. But there is a chance of even higher highs and lower lows with the opposition. And you can feel pretty down on each other and on the relationship at times because it can feel like the relationship is not a safe space to share your emotions because when you're feeling one way, your partner is triggered by it, or it's just like, yeah, there's such emotional differences here that it can really be a barrier to feeling safe and secure in this relationship. So combine this with like some good composite aspects and good synastry and more Saturn, you're going to have a bit of both. You're going to have stability, but always a theme of emotional restlessness and major differences in life. Now, this aspect will work best for people that have Aquarius in their chart or Uranus strong, or people like with an air dominance, who, people that like people that are very different from them. Now, if you're with someone or if you are someone that would prefer to relate with people from a similar mindset, with a similar background and similar emotional patterns, this relationship is not that. And you need to be aware of that right off the bat. If you're looking for an echo chamber, if you're looking for someone who is very similar to you, yeah, emotionally, this is not that. This aspect is showing that you are relating with an opposite alien person, and maybe you really like that, and maybe this can work for you if you, yeah, have a liking for that in your natal chart. But otherwise, more stubborn signs, more judgmental signs, you're not going to enjoy this contact at all. It's pretty jarring. It's emotionally hard to deal with. Because it doesn't produce a feeling of safety. It can produce a feeling of electricity and exhilaration when we're on the good part of it, right? When we're on the high. But when we're on the difficult part where we're questioning and we're thinking, where is this connection going? What is the reason for this? Like, how am I even here relating with this different person? It just makes no sense. And maybe the reason that you're there is because it's love. It's love, and it is possible to love someone who's very different than you. And even if it's not possible to stay with someone long term, because this aspect can be difficult, not impossible, but very difficult to have in a long term relationship, it's still possible to gain a lot of value out of this connection, because there's going to be more learning, there's going to be more growth, there's going to be more awareness than with the easier aspects. So that's what you can guarantee, is that this aspect in the composite chart activates you both in such a way that you become different, and probably for the better, because of these new awarenesses. Uranus is like a lightning bolt of shock and uncertainty, but also genius realizations. Opposite to Moon in the composite chart, the way that you both activate each other can be very emotionally liberating. And this will be a relationship that you look back on and you say, that changed my life forever. That took me from here to here, and I am better off because of it. Even if we couldn't work out as a couple, we can unconditionally love each other in that Uranian way, that Uranus energy. And, this aspect probably works best in a friendship where there isn't expectations placed on it, right? So this is the kind of relationship where, you want to have no labels, you want to have no, even almost plans, and you want to just live in the moment and enjoy what you have in the moment, because the future is uncertain and all you have right now is this precious moment. So enjoy that. And yeah, that's my advice to you. If you have this aspect in your composite chart, it can work, but it's very difficult, and it does show two very different people coming together for a very exciting, exhilarating relationship that may or may not be long lasting. It usually is not long lasting, but it could be long lasting with other Saturn contacts and other really good stuff going on, but it is going to be a challenging one. It's a more challenging relationship for sure. So yeah, I'd love to know your experience of this aspect. If you've had it in your composite chart or your Davison chart, let me know, was this accurate? Did it feel like this? What did it feel like? I'd love to know. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. Keep your requests coming, and we'll talk soon. Bye.